Hi, this is Peter Wilk, environmental instructor and inspector. Today I would like to show you how we do asbestos air quality test. I'm in the warehouse which went under construction, and owner of the place is concerned with the asbestos which might be incidentally disturbed during construction process. So he wants us to check air for the asbestos presence, asbestos fiber presence. So as we know, asbestos is actually form of a mineral which become quickly airborne under disturbance. So they believe they have some asbestos fiber in the air. So how can we do it? There's a very simple method. Actually, you can see I have a pump right here which allows me to collect air, and this will pull air from a cassette which looks like this. It's actually called PCM cassette. There's also variation of this which is called TM cassette, which is actually higher end of the inspection method for asbestos fiber. These PCMs are though most popular and least expensive. That's why we use them most of the time. But for the high profile places like apartment, high-end apartment, places with people, I would recommend the TM, which will be more expensive but will give us more ideas, would tell us what kind of asbestos we have in the air, and will also quantify asbestos for us, and it's better method. PCM tells us only what's the fiber count, but since asbestos is a fiber, if the result is positive, we're gonna have answered that we do have asbestos fiber in the air, and this way we have to go for the remediation or even abatement. Once I put the pump on, I'm gonna calibrate this pump because I want to know what's the airflow. We have to know what's the air volume which passes through cassette, so we can quantify the result, right? So very simple method again. It's all simplified because this is actually field stuff, so most of the time there's no high requirement. So once I put the pump on, I will see what's the airflow here. Let's say I'm gonna set up this pump on the 6 liters per minute, and I'm gonna also count time, how long cassette runs. So this way I will know how much air went through it, and I have to put all this information on the chain of custody, which would be submitted to a lab, and the lab would tell me how much fiber was in the sample, and they will also calculate how much fiber we have per cubic centimeter. This is the unit which we use to calculate how much fiber, how much asbestos we have in the air. And there's also standard in New York and New York State, pretty much it's also OSHA standard, which says 0.01 fiber per cubic centimeter. This is called clearance level. So if you have 0.01 FCC or less, that's going to be clear. So if it's above it, the place would be actually called named contaminated, and would qualify for the abatement or remediation. Pretty much if this warehouse has some asbestos fiber here, well, they will have to clean this, right? So there will be a tremendous task. It would have to be cleaned by the professional abatement contractor who would have equipment like HEPA vacuums, water sprayers, trained people, maybe ventilation in the form of negative air machines. So this is actually air quality, and again, this can be done not only for the warehouses like this, which are kind of dirty and dusty, but pretty much for the apartments, for the places where people are living daily, and they would like to see if there's any asbestos, if they're exposed to it. So very often places like public places will be also tested the same way. Even like streets and outdoors would be tested. Like remember, we have some outbursts in New York of the asbestos caused by broken pipes or illegal construction which did not do abatement. We would use the same method to find out if the place is contaminated. And now if you have any questions, please call us. Thank you for watching.